Hello, Swivel Heads. This is Greg Allison with Green Greg's Garden and Worm Farm for those that's not been here before. If we have any such people in the room tonight, here and now. And the reason I say swivel heads is because I always tell you keep your eyes wide open, the head on a swivel. And some of you have already started referring to us as swivel heads. So, because I say that. So, how's everyone doing tonight? Let's see. Somebody says, yeah, sorry for being late. I'm actually trying to get another video up right now. And for those that don't know, this channel, this session tonight is a chat session. It's a session of community amongst our viewers so that we can come in here and chat with each other and fellowship at a time when fellowship is limited in our greater society because of all kind of prohibitions that exist today against social distance and all these good, happy things that they impose upon us. But here in the virtual world of our chat room, there is no such thing as social distance. And we can all be here together virtually. So this is a chance some people don't get a good chance to share community, to be with their neighbors, to be with their family. But we are family in this channel, at least those of us that gather here. And I appreciate everyone for coming. Some people get a little bent out of shape about the name. Hey, I just like alliteration. And it's my looks, So I don't get all bent out of shape about that. And I just kind of sort of finished eating, and I'm trying to get a video uploaded, so I'm trying to multiplex. And so here's the funny thing. Y'all about to see another video go up while we're online here. I just want to get it up today. And so it's going to take just a second. I'm actually doing that as we talk right now. I am going through here and hitting what category do I want to put it in for playlist. So yeah, quite a few things I'm doing. I'm running behind tonight. I like to post videos like an hour or two earlier before this, but it's hard to do. It's very hard when I'm working a day job. That's my day job computer. And Top Knot, hey Top Knot, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you in here. I'm gonna go through and look at everybody's notes in a second, guys. We have Top Knot in the house. He is a great fan. Vicky's here. Vicky's always a loyal, hard-working contributor. Desert Rose, oh, what a sweet lady. She says, hello, everyone. And we got a lot of other good people in here tonight. And I will come back through here and look at all. I want to look, unlike some people, I try to look at every single message you guys are giving. And right now I can get more likes on here. I'm trying to figure out which category to put this in. Guess we're going to put it in that one. Bam. Done. Hang on. I'm going to add to one more. Got some playlist added. So I'm actually editing a video, trying to put in some of the preparatory blah blahs that go into all that stuff. And I'm going to get it posted here. So there's another video, that one first. Hopefully they'll watch it and come in here. It's not as long as this video will be, so we will still be on here if somebody watches this one first. And this video that I'm posting, ladies and gentlemen, is about China's the PRC's threats to Taiwan and Guam. As some of you may know, they've released a video of bombing U.S. bases on Guam, and that is got some people stirred up. They've also announced that there is no median line between China and the Taiwan. By that I mean the People's Republic of China and the Republic of China. So that is a big, big deal, and it's going to lead for escalating tensions. Guys, we're in a world of hurt over there. Don't make no mistake about it. We could be in a severe world of hurt real fast. So I'm just going here and clicking a few things to get it. And as y'all know, right now in Louisville, they're having some tough times tonight. I understand there's riots, fires probably. I don't know the details. I understand some of the stuff is going down. I'm not watching it live. I've been too busy. I did a real quick sample on it. I've seen a few things. But it's kind of hard to tell without monitoring it full time. But I did my day job. I walked outside and I did a quick video that I'm going to air tomorrow at noon about walnut trees. Oh gosh, I'm reconnecting. Holy smoke. Sitting right here doing regular stuff and getting bumped. Isn't that something? So, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to go ahead and let's see here. Try to get this video posted. Give me a second. So, yeah, sorry for taking so long here and me being a bit distracted, but I am trying to multiplex, and I can do. As you know, when I'm on the farmers market, or when I'm actually, say, at the trade day, flea market multiplexing, which is probably not always a good thing to do, but I'm kind of off used to that. So, I'm going to do that. I am going to skip for now putting the video elements in this. I'm going to go straight to publishing. So there's not going to be any banners clicking referring anybody to other videos, as I don't have time to do that. It takes time, then it takes a little attention. And I'm going to give my attention straight back to y'all. So I'm going to say that, make sure it's not demonetized off the bat, which could happen. That would cause them to say, "Man, you can't make nothing on this video." Although on my last video on China, I actually intentionally demonetized it myself because I knew I had talked about folks getting planted 6 foot under, and that's no language. And I talked about numbers of people getting planted 6 foot under, and that is definitely no on the oppression obsession. Something one way and then determine later it's another way. So I just went ahead and pre-declared it. And this video is going to publish right now. And the name of that video is Targets, Taiwan and Guam. China's PLA, targets us basically. So that video should be up, and we'll let it go for now. Hang on. I'll show y'all the thumbnail, the picture I used for the thumbnail, because I can do it here from my PowerPoint where I built it. Give me a second here. Bing, 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 boom. I'll make it full size scale. If y'all can see this. Ding, doom, 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 doom. I don't know how you see it. Anyway. Oh yeah, this is a missile. And that's kind of the target reticle there. Now sometimes that is a no-no in some pictures, but it's not really all that clear what it is. Sometimes the media don't like that kind of stuff. But, I tried to include it in a certain way to, I don't know. And I even said photos, courtesy, PLA. Yeah, well, I'm not feeling like very courteous toward them, but, they don't have PLA, they don't have copyright rights, governments don't. So let me go back up here from the top and see what everybody's saying here now. Oh yeah, for those who have just joined, never been in these sessions before, once again, this is a chat session amongst friends and family on my channel. We're all family here. And this is a chance where people can ask questions. Being a creator on this channel is like walking on eggshells on thin ice during an earthquake. Well, I've got a gift to show you in a minute. Somebody else gave me a gift, and I'll show you that in a minute. And for those that hadn't seen, I'll show you what, again, Blue Bunny Bottle Farms give it to me. Susan Humphreys. Excuse me. I get all my BBBs mixed up here. Maybe she's in the room. She probably will be here later tonight, maybe. All right, let's see. AB. Every now and then I'm a little bit late. I was a little bit later than normal tonight. I just had some things I was doing. And sometimes there's some difficulties just getting it on the air. All right. Good evening, friends, says Karen Caldwell. And we are friends. Southern Boy Prepper is saying hello. Yeah, y'all guys always talk to each other here. Okay, lost contact there. Report: one police officer has been hit, shot, and I don't know what his status is. Hit in the head with stuff, and even these kind of things happen. And yet people will text me, Greg, I was there. It was a peaceful protest. Greg, I was right there. It was a peaceful protest. I get these messages on Facebook more than on here, but on here too. Oh, it was just a peaceful protest. Nothing happened. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Come on, guys. That's not peaceful. Burning property is not peaceful either. A protest is you got a sign and you're saying, do this, do that, support this, support that. That's a protest. When you start damaging property and attacking people, that's a riot. That's a wholly different matter. All right, let's go back to the messages. You know, and some of these protests and so forth might be because of things that need to be addressed, maybe some wrongs done, but two wrongs never makes a right. Please understand. Two wrongs. You know what? That's kind of strange. This is not scrolling back to what I saw as an initial message. I've lost some messages here. Oh, what happened? Oh, I got Desert Rose. Hello, everyone. She says, "Halo, blessings all just dropped by. Got to run. Oh, well, Desert Rose, I wish you well tonight. Sorry you had to run so fast. I hope you're still here to hear me say hello, Halo." And Ellen Story, my phone says 10:01. Yeah, okay, I was a little late. Sorry. What else we got? Greg needs help. No, that's true. Algorithms. Yeah, thumbs up, please. That helps. Absolutely. Yeah, it's because I cover certain topics, they kind of rain hard on me here. Hey, when a guy can do a video with a slingshot and a pack and call it a package on the Walmart receipt and call it a silent hunting video and get, and his channel is not twice as big as mine, yet he gets, 10 times more views for it than me showing how to use blowguns to different types and all these kinds of things. I don't know, something's a little off there. Hello from Houston. Hey, that other guy deserves every review he gets. I don't begrudge anybody a review. It's just like, why am I getting more? Hello from Alaska. All right, barefoot in Alaska. All right, what part are you in, buddy? Could use some healing energies. All right, we'll have to do some praying tonight. Vicky says, patience is great virtue. Yes, thank you. Big hugs to all, says John White. Amen. And Aaron Sectors, or let's see if I can read that right. It's SAITR, I believe. Sectors. Hi, Gray from California. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm doing well. Just pushed on time here. Where in the Lord have I landed this time? Hey, Goons Rush, you've been here before. Come on. It's not your first rodeo with our group. Ellen in Kentucky, hope you stay safe. Well, I hope you guys in Kentucky are safe. Or Julie. Oh, this is Julio talking to Ellen in Kentucky. Pardon me. Amen to that. I second that, Julio. Pardon me, I misread it. Southernmoor Prepper. Hello, Julio Gomez. How are the roads? Any floods? And they're from Louisiana. Okay. Red Solo Cup, says John. Oh, yeah. Remember my videos where I've talked to some other guys about these things and used this as an analogy for the multiverse, for the infinite expanses of the multiverse, all in a solo cup or a funnel. Sometimes I'll use a funnel when I talk about those things. Dry on our side. Hey, yeah, we're getting rain here. It's actually raining here. Barefoot. Oh, had a seizure and laid my foot against the wood stove. It's burnt bad. Oh my gosh. Oh, 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 oh. All right. Prayers will be in order tonight for Barefoot in Alaska. Had a look. It would get 60 below, 40 below. I was in Fort Greeley. The town there was Delta Junction. And I had a friend who lived in a house with and you see a lot of these up there at the time. Houses built with that black board, just that compressed material that's black that we use in most places underneath the siding, on the side of the walls. I'd see that as the exterior surface on houses, sometimes even the roof. And these houses would just be shacks. And maybe somebody would be like a teacher making a good salary living in a shack like that because it costs so much to live in Alaska. And they'd have a wood stove inside. It wouldn't have any other insulation, just that. And I've seen the coldest I saw in Alaska when I was there was 79 degrees below zero ambient temperature in the winter of 1981 at Fort Greeley. And on one of our test ranges known as Bolio Lake, it actually got 80 below that year. I don't know if it's been that cold since. Charlie, okay. And Karen, yeah, sometimes it's hard to read these names. Karen and Shannon, hello from Alabama. All right, Shannon, where you at, Shannon Fuller? I'm up here at the very northern part of the state. So, hi, Reagan. We got a Reagan in there? Did I miss that? Ellen Story says we're on curfew now from 9 to 6:30 a.m. Ellen, are you in Louisville? Ellen, where you at? Where you actually at? I must have missed something. Yeah, they buffer me a lot. I think that's the exact way to put it. Rob says, hey. Lady Dagger says, hello everyone. Everyone, she says, and how are you? Uh, Mickey Mooney sounds like Mickey Mooney. Thank you for all you do. Oh, 2 officers. Oh, so police officers are for genocide. Oh, no, that is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Hello, new subscriber. All right, Homestead DIY and L with L and T. Okay, what's L and T? Did you see the POTUS speech at the UN? No, tell me about it. I've been working today. I went straight from work and went outside to do a walnut video. I like to keep up the news more, but sometimes it's a challenge. Hey, Sweeps, how are you doing there? Yeah, let's see here. You know, I'm Ellen Story. You know, I know a lady here in locally whose name's almost your name. I always makes me do a double take. So mote it be, says Homestead DIY. So mote it be. It's like Captain Picard. Native Pride. All right, Greens are us. Yeah, so Davy Crockett, king of the high frontier. Yeah. Hearing sounds. Video posted just now. Right. I just got notification. Okay. So y'all just seeing it. Y'all wonder how it's doing. All right. So the news is pushing that there are nationwide unrest over Brown. Nationwide? Wow. No one knows anything about the news. Is reporting all the facts. That's true. That's true. So I heard. Here's what I heard. Now, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard this. That one, they went to her dress because she used her dress for her boyfriend, or something like that. But her boyfriend was a drug dealer, and when the police had a no-knock search warrant, but they did knock. But the guy thought her boyfriend thought it was some other rival boyfriend or something like that, and he started shooting through the door, and they returned fire. If that's what they did, it was defense. I mean, if you're at the door and somebody's shooting at you through the door, you're probably going to return fire. Buffering? Oh my God. I don't know why tonight. Vicky says, I have learned to trust MSM as far as a politician in my pocketbook. Amen. Amen to that, Vicky. And HH2, greetings and salutations. All right. Sounds precarious, Greg. I'm glad you persist. Okay, thank you, Ellen. Good things come to those who wait. Yeah, I'm sorry about all this buffering, guys. It could be the weather, too. We're getting the rain right now. That tropical storm beta is here, and it's raining outside. It will rain all day tomorrow. It's not a heavy rain, but it's a steady rain. And I went outside earlier today. It was kind of on the lighter side when I was out there, but it was raining. I was doing a video, and I go outside just before it gets dark and try to make a video, outdoors video when I can. I'm kind of behind on those. Good evening, tribe, says Sassafras Red. Well, good evening, Sassafras Red. And the DeQuincy, Louisiana here. Okay. Hurricane Laura epicenter. All right. Southern Boy Prepper. My video arrived. Hey, there we go. Blue Bottle Bunny Farm. Listening in. Blue Bottle Bunny Farm. And for those that don't know, this was the wonderful gift that I got from Susan Humphreys of the Blue Bottle Bunny Farm. Check it out. I think I showed this in another video or two. I actually did a video, and she gave it to me. This is Rocket Santa. You see, sitting on a rocket. There, it said Rocket's got the coming out the back. And Santa, there's Shirley. Look at that intricate beard. As the baby Jesus. The hat. So she saw me on Rex's show wearing the Christmas hat, and it just inspired her to do that. Rocket Santa. They're beautiful. While I'm at it and sharing things that people gave to me, I got a new one tonight. Today it came in the mail. And if I can hold my phone and do this, this is a painting of planets. Oh, I can't really do this. It's still furled up. I don't know if y'all can see it. It was painting of planets. It was given to me by Woden, and she said her son Vincent watches often. So if Vincent's in the audience, hi Vincent. I hope you see this. Maybe I get videos after I post them. So that's for Vincent, and thank you, Yvonne. And of course, everybody's seen a couple times. I've shown you all the gifts, wonderful gifts given to me by, which is awesome. Woden's Wanda, Woden's Wooden Wand, Woden's Wooden Wand of Wonders, the shungite and copper work. And of course, there is this and a few other things he gave me. Look at all that beautiful, intricate copper work. Okay, so I will come out of my cocoon after all the dust settles. Oh, you in your cocoon down there in Florida? Today I've been busy, my day job, and the weather. It's been getting chilly here. Boy, autumn is really feeling like autumn in my neck of the woods. How about y'all? Summer never got that hot. We never saw 100 degrees all summer long in my neck of the woods. Now, the funny thing is, last year I didn't either until November. We got 100 degrees in November. November was our hottest month. But the same November was the coldest month I've seen since. It got colder that autumn month of November than it got the entire following winter. You get the hottest and coldest day, all 15 jet stream. It's no great surprise to that. So Holly be coming out of her cocoon. Was it cork? Ooh, what's what cork? Ellen's story, bad burns. Took me 3 weeks to heal from a grease burn hole on the top of my foot. Ooh, kept getting infected. Ellen, are you well now? Oh, you love my solo cup. You love my story. Do you remember my story about the solo? We got somebody from Wisconsin. Lorf Larson. Now, that's kind of a Nordic sounding name. I'm late. Hello from Ohio. Hey, hello from Ohio. Tab. I was a little bit late myself. Raw honey is supposed to be good for burns, preventing infections. Yeah, it's antibacterial and antiviral. Honey is great. And it helps you heal. Promotes healing one way. Fred Craig, we agree with Vicky on honey. Amen to that. Jacqueline, how you doing there? Lavender and oil and cool water is good for burns also. All right. Sassafras Red says, let's not encourage violence from either side. No one should want an uncivil war. Amen to that. 80 below? Yes. It was actually 79 below at the part of the base I was on, but at Bolio Lake, it got to 80 below. In the winter of 1981, Fort Greely, Alaska. I was there. I don't think it's got that cold since. That's not the record, though. It's not the record. Silver salve. Anyone ever use garlic on toothache? You know, it might work. Though I can't do anything about the buffering, guys. It is what it is. Until I get set up and run this better from my computer, we're going to be kind of suffering with it. I'm going to have to experiment some more with that. I'll do a late night experimental live session one night. Brianna and boyfriend were dealing drugs. Well, we don't know that she was, but her boyfriend definitely was. Well, I don't know, maybe she was, but her boyfriend was. Well, it's alleged that her boyfriend was, and it's also alleged that he shot first, thinking it was one of her boyfriends beating on the door. I don't know. Hell, he shot through. Oh, okay. He shot back. Oh, that's the story I heard. As moon governs the night, all is well. Look to the east. Okay, Homestead, DIY. No, Homestead, you didn't tell us what the L&T was. Everybody, hey guys, if you haven't been to Blue Bottle Bunny Farms channel, check it out. She plays a guitar. She plays the guitar, and her husband Randy shows up on there sometimes too. And Randy he's going through some health challenges, but he's doing better. Lady Daggerstetter says, I made some more toothache oil. I used black seed oil and cloves mixed. Concentrate before using cloves. Hey, I love clove oil. Raven Kiefer's getting clove oil. So what else we got here? Send some of that rain up here. Hey, you can have some. Yeah, we've been kind of dry here. Brianna's family just got paid $12.5 million. Wow. Wow. Guys, I think some people are just looking for an excuse to attack, to have stress, because there's other agendas at play. Other agendas seem to be at play. I don't know. Raven, do you have oregano oil? You can add a few drops to the carrier oil and rub. Oh, now listen, Lady Dagger status is on top of it, and she's got this down pat. I have my husband bit on the garlic clove. It will take the tooth throb, but will numb the pain for some time. Hey guys, you can use that bunch of stalks of lettuce. I need to cut them open. I don't get too dry before I do. Ducks are flying south already. Greg, would you get a? Nope. What if the nanomites or nanites tech in it? Yeah, I don't want none of that. Don't want none of that. Oh, you let it set for 4 to 8 weeks, says Lady Dagger. Says, wow, okay. Let us know if it works next week, Raven, says Lady Dagger status. All right, let's see, and Sweep says, I've also used alcohol for both legs. So was the inside of a seed spoon or fork or knife on the other day. Oh, I didn't cut it up. Those darn things are hard to cut, Tab. Hey, I got some right here. I've been saving these seeds. I got some right here. Let's see them. I'll spill them out. Yeah, I tend to, when I eat a persimmon, put the seeds in that little bowl. I'm saving them. So, yeah, they're hard to crack open. I've cracked them up and looked at them. It's not easy. But what the tradition is to break them off. So what he's talking about is persimmon seeds. If you crack them open, the little embryo in there for the plant will either have a shape similar to a spoon, a fork, or a knife. If it's a knife, you're going to get cut and cold in the winter. If it's a spoon, you're supposed to get a lot of snow to shovel. And if it's a fork, it's not going to be too bad. That's the old tale. Oh, Rebel Rose, how you doing? You just missed Desert Rose. So, all right, what else we got here? I heard about the one. Okay, yeah. I had bees, dragonflies, bats, 9 insects chirping both morning and evenings out here at 3:30 p.m. yesterday. 3:30 p.m. I thought it was nighttime, huh? Was it that dark? Raven Kiefer, where you at? Was it that dark? Tea tree oil can be put on toothaches. Okay. Interesting. So I love Blue Bottle Bunny Farm. There you go. All right. Oregano oil is good for infections. Oh, yeah. Oregano oil fights both viruses and bacteria. Oil of oregano. I've grown some oregano. I've not made any oil from it. That's something I'd like to do one day. For those that don't know, oregano is a mint. There are many, many mints out there. And I've done a couple of videos on mints that grow wild around here. Not for internal use. Okay, that's right. Okay, let's see. Lady, the amber bottles prevent tinctures from expiring. Okay. And Vicky says, I know it needs to be stored out of the light. That's what it does. Keeps the light. Raven keeps, sorry, Greg. I knew I'd get help from this group. Broke tooth. Well, that's okay. That's what we're all about here. You got a toothache or problem, ask away, because there's plenty of people in here that's got the experience you're looking for. I'm trying to grow scuppernine seeds. Okay, Georgiana. You can set out the stalk or the shoots from scuppernine. Might do better, but yeah, you can probably grow from seeds. Rebel Rose says, busy with animals. It says, yes, the most essential oil should not be eaten. Lavender oil is the only oil you can apply neat on the skin. Now, what I mean, not dark, but the animals, birds were all moving at 3:30 p.m. Insects chirping. Raven Kiefer, where you at? I don't know if they're hearing the earth, like, prior to an earthquake. Crystals get stressed and releases electricity. So much so that that's interesting. That's interesting. I'm gonna have a look see at my video if I can real fast. I wonder how well it's doing. So I'm looking to move to Alabama or Arkansas. Could you tell me some pros and cons of each? So this is Peter McAuliffe, 1983. Well, Peter, Arkansas's got, the Ozarks, and Ozarks are considered a place a lot of people like to go. And you got two mountains, actually, the Ozarks in the north and some other mountains in the south. And Arkansas, the Ozarks are favored amongst a lot of preppers because it's kind of rural. It's it's west of most of our nuclear power plants and a lot of our big cities, so there'd be less fallout to deal with. It's a good choice. The vegetation there is pretty wide set, pretty similar to what I got here. Pretty much the same stuff you'd also find in East Texas, about the same wild plants. So it's a good choice of a place to go. Now, Alabama's a diverse state. It's very diverse. We've got, we got the coastal plains. Because we've got a little bit of coastline, not a lot, because we got Florida Panhandle directly below most of the state. We've got what some people call Lower Alabama. We've got mountains in the North Alabama, primarily northeast, are the highest mountains. Or there's a few around on the western side around Bankhead National Forest, Ipsy Wilderness area. Their lower mountains are highest mountains 2,400 feet. Mount Cheahaw, 1,600 feet in the Paint Rock River Valley, which I lived there and had one of those mountains behind me at one time. There is that's a good area, but it's east of Huntsville, so you might have a fallout pattern if we got attacked here. You've got to worry a little bit about the Browns Ferry plant is only 26 miles from me. I've got to worry about that. I may have to evacuate. Browns Ferry was cooked off. So there's things like that to be aware of. Now, I think one of the best prepper locations in the southeast would be around a town called Phil Campbell. As long as you're over 500 foot above sea level, a lot of that area is 800 foot or so. I would be happy. That's not downrange from too much stuff. It is in Alabama. It's in western Alabama. It's real close to Mississippi. I think that is an excellent area to go set up. In the southeast, you do have the advantage of in Arkansas, you can grow a lot of stuff, and there's not many people around there, and that's one of the big things that works for that area. Although I'm tempted, there's a couple other places I have to go to have fallbacks at, and one of them's a place of a friend of mine. So I am looking at other options. Oh, the other video's doing well. It's got about 260 views right now. It's a little bit above the typical gray curve. It could be doing better. It probably would if I didn't have it so late. I went and did 2 sessions at once. So when you guys finish this video, go check out my Target Taiwan in Guam. And hope the guys watching that, when they finish that one, will come over here. It's 24 minutes and 29 seconds long. It's the first time I've actually released a video while I was doing another video. That's the first one. We'll see how this goes. Well, we got 58 people in here, so this video doesn't seem to be suffering, and that one might be doing better, but it's not suffering really. All right. So let me see what I'm missing here. Shannon 222. Hi, Shannon. How you doing? Halo. I'm scrolling back up here. See where I missed off. Raven Kiefer says Cherokee. Cherokee where? Are you in Cherokee County, Alabama? We have a Cherokee County here. Are you in Cherokee Territory in Oklahoma? When you say Cherokee, what are you telling me? oops, and Peter McAuliffe says, Greg, oh yeah, that's what I'm answering to. References to temporary replacements for damaged teeth. Arkansas is legal, says Shannon. Is it? It's medicinally illegal here, but that's it. Yeah, it's not legal here in Alabama. Texas is best, said Shannon. Well, you want to be above sea level. You got to, if you're around El Paso, there's definitely some places way above sea level, but you don't get the rainfall there. East Texas, if you're right up to northeast Texas where you get a little elevation, that's not too bad. If you're looking for elevation, I definitely would not want to live anywhere below 500 feet above sea level. Fortunately, my oldest daughter does. She's about 100 feet above sea level. She's in Spring, Texas. Raven, my husband, broke his tooth too. Might go to the dentist. Okay, well, Lady Dagger Status has got some experience, and she's giving us a lot of good advice here. So, anybody, if you hadn't seen what's Holly saying here, I must have just scrolled past it. Sometimes I hit the screen. Oh, Peter, stay in the South. Pete, stay in the South. Yeah. Well, one of the reasons I like the South is it's bang bang friendly, if you know what I mean. the right number dose, Amendment 2 auf Deutsch. You know what I mean? Eins, buffering again. 13, 14, 15, and on and on. I always thought 20 was funny. 20. No, I don't speak German. I hear Germans talking sometimes. I woke up to one of them. I go, woher kommen Sie? And they'll turn around to me and say, ich komme aus Berlin, or wherever the heck they're from. And they'll start bantering in German. I'll just step back and I go, ich spreche Kleindeutsch, which means I don't speak any German at all. They'll always laugh every time. Jacqueline's in the Ozarks. Tell us about the Ozarks, Jacqueline. People are asking. So, good time to talk about it. People got someone wanting to compare coming to the Ozarks or coming to Alabama. There's some good spots in Alabama. Now, Paint Rock River Valley and all these areas up in Jackson County, Alabama, there's mountains. It's really remote. There's few people there. Beautiful country, nice big lakes on the Tennessee River, good fishing, caves. Oh my God, we got caves out the wazoo around here. If you want a cave to hide in or caves to explore and have fun in, we got caves, there's hills, there's hunting. It's a beautiful country, especially in Jackson County. But I think you're safer if you go to out west of Winston County, if you're out in, say, around west of Double Springs, in the Phil Campbell area. I think the Phil Campbell area is probably one of the safest places in the United States. Best prepping locations, hands down. Yeah, much love, says Sylvia. All right. Much love to you. And Sylvia is a real popular name in Europe, especially in Italy. I've been to Italy once. Wise Al says you need to be aware and brave to survive in Arkansas or hook up with a local. Now, there you go. A lot of places, if you're not a local, you don't fit in, you might be in problems. Now, there are some places in Arkansas that non-locals are moving into. So before you move anywhere, I would say go there, scout it out. Meet some people there and see what it's like and figure out if you're going to fit in. Don't just go buy a place and show up. I know people have done that. There's a prepper, a real popular prepper here on YouTube who did just that. He was in California. He decided to flee. He bought land, apparently, I think, down in South Texas. He jokingly called himself Jungle John. He just bought a place and then he showed up. I wouldn't do that. More power to him. I got to check a place out. I got to spend some time on recon before I do that. Oh, 1,700 feet there. You're definitely above 500 feet. I can swim with gators. So Shannon is okay with it not being 500 feet. Hey, gorgeous, awesome. How you doing? The show is full of great vibes. Usually good to see and hear you all. Ben and Copper keeping us out of chat. Oh, okay, Ben and Copper. Now, ladies and gentlemen, they seriously been some copper. And that takes a lot of work and a lot of love. I mean, look at this. And then look at these little circles and things. This is what Gorgeous Awesome gave to me. Woden's Wooden Wanda Wonders. And he says an apple for the teacher because it's apple wood. Got that shungite crystal mounted there with a copper wound. Isn't that beautiful? And look at that little spiral there. And of course, they wound some more copper for me. That wasn't the only copper they wound for me. They wound this. And other gifts, which I keep on the ready. That beautiful crystal. And anyone wants to know about Gorgeous Awesome, check them out. They got a store on Etsy. And feel free to post your Etsy store here. Feel free to post it. She has a hello, fellow Texans. Yeah. Bang, bang. Friendly. Oh, yeah. Bang, bang, friendly. You're talking about bang. Oh. Yeah. He's quoting me. Yeah. Bang, bang, friendly. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I didn't have to think about it for a second. I catch it back from y'all. That's funny. Bang, bang, friendly. That's right. The right to pull my shirt sleeve up to make my arm bare. You know what I mean? Yeah. States that are in that accord. There's some mountain states in the West that are strong on that. Some are not. Some used to be. Oh, Cherokee, North Carolina. Gotcha. Had a light frost above 2,500 feet yesterday already. I bet, yeah, you're cooler there. Absolutely. It's cooler there. Yeah, but the Appalachians can be a little active on the earthquake scale too. Yeah, absolutely. So Raven, yeah, that's where we used to always go when I was a kid for vacation. In fact, that's where we went, Cherokee, North Carolina. When I was a kid, that's where we always went for vacation. I say baking soda makes my gums bleed. Uh-oh. See, I brush my teeth with baking soda. Fayetteville, Arkansas was too built up. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be there either. Elton Butterfield, hello, how you doing? Earthquake intensity and quantity are both up all over. Yeah, we're having a lot of earthquakes. We're earthquakes in diverse places. There was some prediction about that in a book written long ago, a couple thousand years ago. Somebody was talking about earthquakes in diverse places being a sign. Vicky, who are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Yeah, definitely lots of earthquakes all over the place. Places that almost never have them. We're having lots of them. Strange business. Tom has good fluoride-free toothpaste. Tom's. Oh, okay. Hey, baking soda and hydrogen peroxide is what I use. All you chatters appreciate it. Been a long time since I didn't have clove oil, oregano with coconut. Bah. Okay, tooth better a little. All right, good. And Julio Gomez says, I must be lagging. Shows only 55 thumbs up. Well, I got 62 right now. 64 people in the room. Get some more folks. Hey, you know what? This is cool, though. I think we got a better attendance. Now we're even. Thank you, guys. Now we're even. Oh, we got 63 thumbs up. So somebody's left the room gave us a thumbs up. Yeah, it should be higher. Good. I stay away from Florida, period. Rat poison. Uh-oh. Well, I may have to go to Florida if I keep this job for the launch we're supposed to have on this SLS rocket. That's what I do in my day job, guys. I'm working the avionics system safety for this space launch system, now called Artemis. Artemis 1. Yeah, I always rename stuff. We always used to joke, if you name the program, it's dead. That's one of the things we used to say, because a lot of programs get up to the point and cancel. In fact, I used to joke at work. I'd walk around and say, yeah, I'm looking for my next ex program. Like somebody says he's looking for his next ex-wife. Yeah, I never was doing that, but yeah, I've had a couple. See, here the teachers are all CCW, all carry. Okay, good, Rebel Rose. Elton Butterfield says another 26 pints and 6 quarts of our jalapeno pickle relish. Oh my gosh. Wow. Now, you guys are on top of it. Uh-oh. oil your water pistols and sharpen all your knives. Stack your water now. All right, Holly. Kind of pepper pickle relish. I want to die. Yeah, hey, that sounds really good, don't it? And Vicky says, I don't worry about my neighbors. I have the best hunting in the country. There you go. Now, Vicky, are you talking about your place in Arkansas where you're going? Because I know you're leaving the Northwest and you're heading to Arkansas. That's what you told us. Please prepare as much as possible. Oh, Holly's done as much as she can. Let's see. I hope you don't mind me saying your name. Hydrogen peroxide and coconut oil. Well, that'd be it. My grocery stores are limited food to one to two per person. Okay, lady, where are you located, Lady Dagger Status? That's crazy. That is something. Northern New Jersey. Ooh. New Jersey. I used to know a Peruvian, you know, and he would always call me New Jersey. He'd say New Jersey. So every time I think of New Jersey, I think of him. I was in the Army with him at Fort Greely, Alaska, and he lived in New Jersey. He was from Peru, but he lived in New Jersey, and I called it New Jersey. I always thought that was so cute. New Jersey. So, J's are normally pronounced as an H in Spanish, at least for the Mexicans, but he pronounced it as a Y sound. New Jersey. Let's see. iPad and systems change what I type. Uh-oh. Stores are thin here, too. See, that's the things I'm telling you guys. I've seen a lot of thin shelves on my stores, and they're never like they haven't been like they were. I mean, Arkansas. So tell us about Bergman, Arkansas. I grew up at near Fort Dix. Okay, Connie. Rebel, I have a place in Elizabeth. And so, Lady Dagger Status, what part of, okay, that's where you live. Okay, so what's it like in your part of New Jersey? Tell us about it. I mean, New Jersey is the Garden State. Western New Jersey is kind of rural. Do you feel safe there, Lady Dagger Status, or do you feel like you need to go where there's less people? You're always welcome here. I use organic and GMO-free flour. That's good, Shannon. Any kind of bread at this point, but sandwich or loaf. So we got food shortages already. So think about it. In mainland China, two major river basins have been severely flooded. The Yangtze River and the Yellow River. The South had all kind of weird weather and occurrences. I need to plug this phone in. I'm sitting here talking. I might as well want them in the house be plugged in so I don't run out of battery. Their food production is severely down. Their food storage is severely down because a lot of the grain in bins has been molded. Lots of it. China is real short on food. They're buying everything they can on the market. I understand Argentina and some of the other countries that normally supply them didn't produce as much this time around. So there's a lot of pressure on food supplies, particularly the grains. I don't know how much these fires in California are going to put pressure on fresh vegetables and fruits. I'm expecting it's going to have an impact. I don't know how bad it's going to be. But, the Derisco or Derencio, whatever you want to shoot, I can't ever say that. I've had somebody send me, here's how you say it, Greg, and I'll say it once or twice, and there too I forget. Pardon me. I'm usually good with words, but for some reason there's one or two every now and then that throw me. All right. Birmingham is a quiet city. You said Fayetteville's too. Connie, love ladies. Where's that at? Okay, let's see. Why is that? I want to move where you're. Thanks. Says Shannon. Lord have mercy, says Sylvia. Yeah, I hope Lord does have some mercy on us. Noble Rose, biggest thing is make sure your yeast is good. If you can make bread, amen to that. All right, and Julio Gomez says, hey, Greg, Do you use miler or vacuuming to sew your food also? I need to. I haven't been doing it. I need to. I got a story I'll give y'all later. I'm going to have to redo some of my preps. My problem is just time. Time is a killer for me. Half wheat, half white flour. Okay. Rose, how do you make sure your yeast is good? Don't let it get wet, that's for sure. Keep it in a dry place. Lady Dagger Status says it's we have wanted to move and started looking for land in the south. I don't feel nervous, but I don't want to be in the city. Yeah, if you don't want to be in the city when it's fan, because what do people want to eat? All they got to eat is each other. So yeah, you need to get out of there, Lady Dagger Status. Come south. Come south. The South's a lot friendlier than the media lets it on to be. You'll feel at home down here, promise you. Just yeah. But like I say, go check places out before you move in. Just come down and visit, get around. Hey, hotel rooms ought to be cheap right now. Hotels are going out of business. They're in severe trouble. I don't know how they're making it. Bread made in cast iron Dutch oven with a small pit of coals. Oh man, that sounds good. And lid. Hey, I used to love to make cornbread in the skillet. But yeah, Dutch ovens are awesome. Somebody stole one of mine, by the way. There's research that gluten intolerance is more likely glyphosate poisoning. Ah, interesting. Now that sounds very probable. It's also, some of these grains have been bred to increase the gluten. But yeah, that sounds quite possible right there. Yeah, they won't tell you you're getting that. We'll have pork shortages soon. Swine flu is in the U.S. Well, the Chinese companies bought Smith Industries, which Smithfield, I believe, which processes pork here in the United States, and they claimed, hey, because of national food shortages, we need to be operating, not shut down. So they were given the license to operate when a lot of the packing plants were shut down. And what they do with the pork? Send a lot of it to China. Because the Chinese bought them out. Rebel says, warm water, not hot, just a little sugar. All right. Wow, it's awesome here. It's so quiet. We're sitting by a campfire tonight, wondering if the world was burning down around us so we would not know here. When that was out, that's a beautiful place to be, because it's not burning where you're at, obviously. So peace. Enjoy your peace. There's some places that seem to be burning tonight, and it's gone ballistic in Louisville, apparently. Sadly. Vicky, I think you're correct. And Connie Lingus says, thanks, Rose. Let's see. Oh, I shouldn't be reading when y'all talking to each other, should I? Sylvia says, my husband will not leave. Okay, Sylvia, where's it you can't leave? She told me earlier. I can eat organic bread, but not store. Well, see, Brad White tells you a lot, don't it? Now, wait a minute. We got more than one Dagger status? Oh, we got Mr. Dagger status. Mr. Dagger status. Oh, no, that's cool. Lady Dagger status and Mr. Dagger status. Hey, guys, look at that. We got them both here. I love it. He says, I'm ready. I hope y'all are a couple, because I know Lady Dagger says just said something about her husband, so I hope that's her husband. And Kyle Wolf says, "Hi, Greg, I'm late." That's cool. That's all right. You're here. That's what matters. And Wise Al says, "I'm on my way. Hugs." Shannon still lost. I'm sorry. My bad. Yeah. Too much buffering on my end. Sorry to hear that. Sometimes it's on the other side. Well, smooches, Connie. Can't find water mouth cannon jars here. Oh. Bye, Connie. Yeah, bye-bye. And Amazon. They got the jugs, huh? I need some coffee is what I need. Yeah, if you can find cannon jars, get them. Hey, I'm almost down at the bottom of the comments now. Vicky, good for you. We need to gather for a pitch. Okay. Where is here, says Julio. All right, Julio. I suppose that's the way to pronounce your name, Julio, because that's a Hispanic name. That's the way I know to say it. I could be wrong. Negasus is my husband. All right, so we have Lady Dagger status and Mr. Dagger status in here. Cool, cool. I have a love-hate relationship with Amazon. Oh, and Julio, I got it. All right, good. Yes. Now I knew how to say all the Mandarin names that well, right? Why is that? Amazon's put a lot of smaller businesses out of business. You can become an Amazon affiliate and sell through Amazon and handle stuff where you don't need a store front. Probably saves you money, but Mr. Bezos gets a cut. Oh my gosh. He needs some competition, don't he? Oh. Vicky, I have 100 acres of multiple springs untouched since I bought it in 93. Vicky, that's paradise. That is paradise. Well, it's as close as you can get on Earth anyway. I put an ad on Greg's List. Nice Craigslist, I think. Maybe I should start one, huh? Greg's List. Give them a little competition. 80 acres. Oh, I got a whopping 2 acres here right now. Beware, Ball doesn't sell retail. Okay, Vicky, that's good to know. Yeah, these Ball jars have been around a long time. Ball and Mason. Yeah, there was an aerospace company used to make jars. Which one was it? One of the companies, this aerospace company, also did cannon jars for a while. What company was that? They did instruments and things like that for rockets and satellites. Who was that, guys? Can anybody remember what company that is? What company is it? They had jars a long time back. Anyway, I think it's Ball. I think Ball also did some aerospace stuff. No, I was thinking somebody else. I believe Ball has done some aerospace stuff. Yeah, they have. No, I was thinking somebody else. Pardon me, guys. Tired of wearing that hat for a minute. Property is mostly ravine. I did not buy plow land. Okay. Well, you can still make you some terraces and grow you a little something, or dig back in the hill. Have you some good jalapenos maybe to grow things. Thought about that, Vicky? And of course, you could have orchards, food forest, hardware stores, and garage sales. Yeah, that might be a good place to go. Don't remember, says Sylvia. I'm sure she's looking to answer my jar question. For ball jars, check around Muncie, Indiana. Kerr. That was the other company I was trying to think about. Yeah, Kerr. I think Ball was the one that actually did aerospace stuff. Yeah, Kerr jars. There we go. Daniel, how you doing, man? That's you. Hey, Daniel. I asked you a couple questions in some previous through Facebook, through Messenger. You might take a look at it. So go back and check the messages to you. Uh, yeah, Daniel and I are, and some of us on here are Facebook friends. And some of us actually talk on the phone like Sweeps. I've been having some conversations lately about Arizona. All right, gorgeous, awesome Greg has great taste in hats. Yeah, this is my better green hat in terms of being cleaner, but I actually favor the other one more. Of course, since I showed the blue bottle bunny farm hat, I should, in commemoration of that one. Ho, ho, ho. All right, everybody, that should be a treat. Hang on. We'll have Rocket Santa and Blue Bottle Rocket Santa. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yeah, I wish that was a Christmas special. Rex is almost going to have me on his show of the day, and I don't know what happened. He said, "Yeah, he's going to call me and make it." He actually no, it was last week. He wanted to do it, yeah, in conjunction with this show. I just not since I'm not doing this on my computer. I really wasn't set to tie it in. But of course, was wearing this hat on one of Rex's shows, which I've done a few times. That prompted Susan Humphreys to make that beautiful bottle. And so I got some very artistic, loving friends in here. I mean, it takes a lot of love to make this stuff. Yeah, check out my Moon Mars poster up there next to my Alaska. Uh, all right, it comes back on. Sounds very nice, Greg. What else we got here? Lemons for jars. Yeah, that could be. Gorgeous, awesome. What are you going to be for Halloween this year? Me? You know, the best costume for me is to be myself. Hey, I got some nice props thanks to Gorgeous Awesome. Of course, thanks to Blue Bottle Bunny Farm. You guys look at that. Alien. So, Shannon says, great question. What's Santa, can you find me a job? Oh, okay. What a job? I know you got some distance driving in that. So let me ask you, how are you with admin? And would you relocate? Like, really relocate? It's to be in the South, but farther north. So let's see. Love the Santa hat. My kids think you are Santa. I am. Oh, I am Santa. E.T. foam home. Ah, I know Holly liked the Planet of the Apes movie too. If y'all don't recall, I used "It's a Madhouse" in one of my videos. You know the scene where Carlton Heston is Bright Eyes. Was what the apes called him. Was being sprayed down with water by the gorillas. They didn't like him because he was a human being that could talk. And I feel like we're in a madhouse right now with all the crazy stuff going on politically. Hey, did Sassafras already leave us? Hope I didn't offend him. Sassafras, you in here still? Say hi if you're still here, Sassafras. Rains and hills and some flatland on tiers. Okay. Wise out. You can do some stuff there. Oh, Lehman's been sold out for weeks. Oh, it's a madhouse, said Shannon. It is. It is. It's a madhouse. It is. Yeah, I mean, guys, come on. You know what prompted me to think? I said, I've been planning to do that video of that for some time. Because, you know, it's like this. There's three things that are being put forward to me that just don't make walk around sense to me. You want to tell me that you want to take my right to carry bang bangs, my right to defend myself, away from me. You tell me it's okay. You can call the cops and you'll be good. You'll be covered, which I never accept that because it takes some, the response time is usually longer than it takes somebody to get in and out and do whatever they're going to do. But on top of that, they decided to also defund them. And on top of that, they want to run around and burn things. No. You can't have all three things and expect I'm going to accept that. Nope, not here. And there's other things. There's other reasons that's a madhouse. This whole year is just off the chart nuts in any way you want to measure it. Shake it and measure it from left, right, top, bottom, inside, out. Outside this year is nuts. And next year may get far worse. On my Facebook page, I posted a picture of a hornet's nest, and the caption was, "If 2020 was a pinata." Be a hornet's nest. Yeah, well, don't that make sense? Good gallon glass jars and lids are unavailable from restaurants. Listen, Vicky, I buy gallon glass jars. I don't have tin lids for them, but I buy them with pickles. I love gallon glass jars. Maybe can lids will fit some of them, but they're wide mouth. If you're making jellies, you can use wax instead of a lid. There you go, Ellen. Just pour the melted wax on top of the hot jelly. It will rise to the top and harden, still in the jar. If you're making if you're making jellies, put it right on the top of the jelly itself. Okay, got it. Yeah, well, jelly's been acidic. Yeah, that'll be good for that. Hot wax. Pink one. There you go, Shannon. You got a pink one. Yeah, I'm not going to repeat certain language here. Hello, all GTSY, says Susu. How you doing, Susu? Swivel heads. That's who we are. We're swivel heads, guys. Vicky, I used to have, okay, lost it in the house fire. Oh, that's too bad. We'll get you another one. You need something when you go to Arkansas. You'll be free to have stuff there. Because I think Arkansas is bang bang friendly state. Most states in this region are. Yikes. But I have jars, gallon jars. Yeah, I'm gonna use some of my gallon jars and other jars. I got a couple other places I might get to. I might decide one day there's too many people here. I may pick up and go. It's biblical. Yeah, there's a lot of biblical stuff going on right now. This whole year is biblical. No kidding. I plan to arm when I get there. Okay. Do you hunt any, Greg? I just don't have time these days. I used to as a kid. When I used to work in freezers for food storage. My mom did it when we were kids. Shannon says freezers have coolant. They must stay upright. Well, there's also the chest freezers. Vic, you don't have any temp glass. Well, okay. You know what? I buffered so hard. Oh my gosh. Well, I know we've been on here for like an hour and 12 minutes at least. All right. Just experience polarities. We'll go a little choose which side I want to resonate. Okay. Deer and dogs and all right. I'll be out of here in a heartbeat. Yeah, raven flies. Washington State is not good for buying smoke poles. Big Brother's watching. Yeah, it's sad. Sad, sad, sad. That's why you need to get off these. Mine neither. Pretty area. Well, how bad's the smoke there, Vicky? How bad is it where you're at? I'm past my bedtime. Hug, shining my love light. Well, shine that love light. I'm gonna go see if I can find me some coffee. Maybe I still got a little left in a pot up there. Maybe it's not burnt. Boy, my stream got interrupted bad when I got up that time. That knocked me out completely. I had to go back in and log in. Wow, holy smokes. Stream is buffering. Yeah, it knocked me out totally. All right, good night, Shannon. Good night. Sweet dreams. China is grabbing Nepal's land and putting up buildings. Yeah, and Nepal is taking it. Isn't that crazy? Because Nepal is, it's because the leaders agreed. I think they're going to get something out of the Chinese. I'm going to do a video, and if another one I don't want to do too many videos on China in a row. I mean, I could become a China channel. There's so much information on China. I could do nothing but China. Of course, it would be demonetized if I did that too. Now they demonetize it. So I got to be real careful when I do China, how much I do China. But I'm going to do a video about how China's using its great, its Belt and Roads Initiative against all the countries that are signing up to it, how they're paying for it, borrowing money for it, and paying China to do it. Basically building China to build Chinese assets in their own country, and how it's really robbing them. It's a profit center for China, and how the Belt and Silk Road is really an invasion route in more ways than one. Oh, but that's what we got to worry. On one hand, Xi Jinping, no daughter. Well, yeah, they're also trying to take Africa over. And they're not going to be friendly to the natives of Africa. They will be worse. Look, the Europeans that came into North America were really bad to the Native Americans here, no doubt about it. But the Chinese are going to be far worse to the natives in Africa. And the people in Africa are letting them in right now. But some of them are waking up. Some of them say, uh-oh. Susan, I went on Amazon and got Florida free water purifier. Wow, God, I want to make another attempt to get to the coffee maker. Hope it don't knock me out again. Where's my cup at? There it is. Got my family cup here. Well, I got 45 in the room. 80 thumbs ups. Let's see. All right, it don't let me move around the black rife. Well, I had some brewed earlier, but it's bound to be tar right now, probably. Let me see. I definitely could use some coffee. So what we got here? Just got that old stuff. So I'll be drinking some burnt roll. I'm desperate. That's how much I need some caffeine right now. I didn't sleep much last night, so I'm going for the burnt motor roll. Hang on. Shut that door. Burnt motor roll. Hang on. Oh, I'll fall over. That's what the space station was going to look at one time. Back in the space station freedom days. Before they come up with the pre-integrated truss that it's got on it now. That one is going to be a stick-built truss. When I first started working on the program. Look what you see coming out my back door. Weird little things here. Weird little things. Here's something. I don't know if y'all can see it. That's the Morning Star newspaper from Wilmington, North Carolina on May the 12th. That's Monday, the previous day. That was me on 11 May. We had frost that morning. You can see my breath. And this is a balloon that we inflated. And it had the rocket right there. Having a blast. With a head start from a balloon, rocket zooms towards space. And there's the rocket in that side of that package. That's me. That's Bill Brown. And that's a workshop that I had at one of my conferences, space conferences. Oh yeah, if you've been to Alaska, note the foundry is pouring molten steel out of the Big Dipper ladle, and it's swooping around into a space plane, aerospace plane. How's that for a logo? Yes, I'm a space guy. Let us keep this place clean. So that cabinet actually used to be in a factory where they made the patches that flew on the space shuttle, the big mission patches. They had a lot of aluminum with it and stuff like that. Well, yeah, we get space stuff in here all the time. I mean, and it had a lot of the stuff that went with it. Yeah, we always get space stuff here in Huntsville. I got the remnants of the DC rocket in my backyard. Yeah, I took most of that stuff out of this cabinet. So, well, yeah, here's a little funny cartoon. I don't know if y'all can see that. There's Marvin the Martian, and he just blasted the Martian polar lanterns. You know, it crashed, and we never heard from it again. He goes, UFOs. So, gotta have a little fun. Gotta have a little fun. Should know a little funny. here on my wall. Let's see here. Donning his new K9 decoder, Professor Schwartzman becomes the first human being on Earth to hear what barking dogs are actually saying. Hey, 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 hey. So, yeah, I got a little sense of humor there. Charlie Brown, the Peanuts. And it says that Andromeda Galaxy is speeding toward our galaxy at 300,000 miles per hour. And Woodstock goes hide under Snoopy. That was a plotting I did for one of our balloon launches. So that was my son when he was a little bitty kid. So there you go. Some funny pictures. So his daughter when she was little, and she's graduated high school now. It sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. I'm my own grandpa. Run your phone sideways. It won't do it. Yeah, everybody asks me that. So yeah, you're looking through a crack. That's all you're going to get. It won't turn sideways. It'll offer it. When I turn it sideways, it'll ask to rotate, and I can bang it, and it don't do it. Oh, maybe I can get an upgrade to it. I just need to replace this phone. That's what I did one day. Well, it's not even 2 years old. It's a Samsung 9. It's not 2 years old. When I bought it, it's top of the line, and it's already wearing out on me. Daniel says, seems like you have to catch the space bug. So you have to catch the space bug as youngin to get it deeply. Yeah, it may be. I caught the space bug when before Apollo 7 launched. I mean, I'd been aware of it and kind of watching it, but that's when it really bit me. But I'd always been interested in science, though. Science has fascinated me. Nature fascinated me. And but I've also been always fascinated by the wilderness. That's why I built a Hawkins rifle when I was a teenager. I built a cabin when I was a teenager. When I was 16-year-old. Well, actually, I built 2 cabins. But the second one I built had a front porch, about 7 foot off the ground. Had a main room, was 12 by 9 feet, and it had a cabin and a full functional rock fireplace. And he slept in a loft, half loft. That was a nice cabin. Had windows that you'd raise on one side in the front, and had even a window upstairs for the loft. Yeah, motor oil for sure. Yeah, that's motor oil. Burnt motor oil. Whew. Chinese are having trouble digesting milk after weaning. Yeah, well, a lot of the countries, people are lactose intolerant. Once they wean, they lose their ability to digest lactose. It seems that black people and Europeans are the ones that do that best. The Asiatic peoples are not so good at it, and it's probably just because of the way we evolved differently. K-Town Daddy says went on. Huntsville, what state? Alabama. Of course, there is a Huntsville, Texas. That's a prison town. There we go, right, Sue? Huntsville, Alabama. That is just right south of me, just a little piece. And that's the big town in the area here. It's Huntsville, Alabama. So a lot of people see all this as Huntsville. You know how it is when you got a big town and a lot of communities around it. But Huntsville, the Space and Rocket Center is in Huntsville, Alabama. It was a part of the Army base, Redstone Arsenal, and they cleaved it off. And NASA's center is not. Some people get confused. I think the Space and Rocket Center is NASA. Actually, the U.S. Space and Rocket Center belongs to the state of Alabama. I figured that one. So the people who work for that are actually Alabama state employees. One time it was called repeal, changed the name to U.S. Space and Rocket Center. What's I going to say? Yeah, the NASA center here is the Marshall Space Flight Center, and it's located on Redstone Arsenal. It's on an Army base. Go figure that one. Most humanity loses the ability to digest milk after winning. True. Europeans and Mediterraneans, Maasai can as adults. Yes. Not just Maasai definitely can, but the Maasai like to mix blood with milk. my my last wife was from Nairobi, Kenya. She was not Maasai, but Maasai are in Kenya. She was from Kikuyu tribe, but she likes milk. They drink milk. They would make we do hot tea with water, or the British do hot tea and water. They do it in milk. I lived near Cape Canaveral for 20 years and watched every launch. There you go. Gosh, I wish I could have saw some of those launches. Oh, it's time been done for decades. All right, who left? Somebody left. Somebody said bye. Must have missed it. These sloggers on horseback drink their horse milk to ride along the distance. Ever heard the story about the goat? Oh, Susu went. Okay. Bye, Susu. Y'all hear the story about the goat man? I think I've told that before. There's this guy called the Goat Man. He used to run all over the southeast, and he had a little old wagon and metal wheels on it, and he pulled it with goats. And the wagon was just big enough for him to sleep in and maybe keep some of the stuff in. It wasn't very big, but it looked like a shanty on wheels. So this guy had a team of goats that would pull. He had ram goats pulling it, and he had milk goats that would run along with him, and he would always drink the milk from the goats. So, and the goats would eat the grass, so they didn't need fuel. And to break it, when he'd go down a mountain, he'd put the rams on the back of it, so they would break it as it went down. So he'd go up and down mountains that way. And he was known as the Goat Man. You can look him up, and if you really look for it, you will find him on the internet. But so he visited some school. A guy who he hadn't used one arm because he got it damaged, and one of his arms damaged in a logging accident when he was young. And so he was somewhat disabled the whole time he was running around with this goat wagon. And I think it's kind of ingenious. The guy had a goat wagon. He traveled all over the country and it's powered by goats. I think that was kind of interesting. But he got a big notion one day that Morgan Fairchild would marry him. All he had to do was go find her and ask her. And so he went all the way out to Hollywood to try to catch Morgan Fairchild. I think it was somewhat disappointing. The Goat Man. Oh, Susu, you didn't leave. Okay. Somebody said bye, Susu, so I thought she was gone. Goat milk is more digestible than cow milk. Probably is. Yeah, I love feta cheese. Japanese buying grain storage. Arabs buying mines. Pretty soon the U.S. won't own anything. Ooh, I hope that's not true. I hope not. Mingle bred horses for milk. Oh, I mean the Mongols. Is that what we're talking about? The Mongols? Yeah. Oh, yeah, Mongols. I got it. Yeah, Mongols. Mongols were really great horsemen. That's how they conquered so much of the world. Mostly men. All right, what have I been missing here? I know I missed some comments. Sometimes I see comments that tell me I missed other comments. I try to catch everything, but sometimes I don't. China owns Australia's largest dairy. Isn't that a shame? Goats also browse, thrive where cattle starve. See? Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Deb. How you doing? Absolutely. Yeah, well, that's what I used to talk about too. And so, big companies have to have a large commercial economy to operate. Smaller companies can survive in little niches. And I used to have a way of referring to that. I'd call it down where the goats could eat. They could survive places the big guys couldn't. But the same thing happens in ecology. Let's say dinosaurs. They were under some arms race competition and get bigger and bigger and bigger, and they got to the point they had to eat trees. Well, if something comes along, wipes all the trees out, if you're a tree eater, you're going to starve to death. You can't even eat the weeds on the grass. So the smaller little animals that can eat the weeds on the grass are the ones that survive till things get tough. So if you're down where the goats can eat, you can survive. Just remember that, guys. When it comes to survival, be able to eat where the goats eat. If people are short-sighted enough to sell, there's no cure for stupid in this life. Well, let her greed. Greed. That's why we got so in bed with China. Greed, and unrealistic expectations based on that greed. But greed sometimes doesn't know realism or anything long term. Butter oil. All right. What some other videos done? Okay. The other video has been up for an hour and a half, hour and 26 minutes. It's got 508 views on it. Not bad since I'm doing simultaneous sessions here. Not bad at all. I wonder how many of you are actually commented on that video already. Who multiplexes? All right, let's see. Fucky Wolf says a bit OT, but what does Galactic Greg think about Tic Tac's phenomenon? What's going on? Well, there's a lot of possibilities. Some people think those things are actually military systems, like military UAVs. And of course, some people think there's something different. And the way I see it, there's not a whole lot of difference between the alien phenomenology and the demon phenomenology. You get a lot of the same, check out incubus and succubus and the phenomenology people have had to deal with them and the people that talk about alien abductions. Pretty similar. And some of these things, have you heard of demon apparitions through the years? Pretty similar. So, there might be something to be a little bit concerned about there. Might be something to keep your eyes on. Vicky says, Lennon is said to have said we will sell them the rope which they will hang. We'll sell them the rope which will hang us. Absolutely. That's what he said. Prayers for a nation of unrest. Yeah, we got to do some praying tonight. Yeah, it's 10:40, so we must have been on for about an hour and 40 minutes. So, yeah, it's getting close to good prayer time. Do you have any ghost stories or Bigfoot or UFO? Oh, I used to be a Bigfoot story. Let me tell you a story about a man named Greg. Hang on a minute. I might find my old poetry book up here somewhere. If I can find it. It's got a poem or two in it. Is this it? Bo's writing book. Yeah, I used to have a bolo. I've seen my bolo knife in my 3 favorite knives video, and also the one on doing wild edibles, when we're talking about eating pine trees. I use my bolo knife in that video. I've had that bolo knife since I was 12. And when I was in high school, I was known as General Bolo. Started writing ballads in high school. And one of the ones I wrote was about me playing Bigfoot and scaring the heck out of a guy. Now, I'd scared some of these other guys prior to that, and then I recruited a buddy to help me and going with them on scaring a guy a big football player actually, whose parents were overprotective, I guess, and never would let him camp out. And he was way up in high school, and they didn't grow up in the country, but his parents just wouldn't let him camp out. So one day, they did. Well, for us boys, that was just too much temptation. Here's this ginormous football player guy who had grown up in an overprotective family, never got to camp out, and a little bit too much temptation for some of us. Let me see if I can find this poem. It's in here somewhere. I thought it was toward the front of this stuff. Yeah, I got a bunch of ballads I wrote. I wrote them in the ballad style. And it's not ballads like the song ballads. Ballad has a pentameter that goes like this. Da-dun, 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 da-dun. And you're supposed to have it's 4-line stanzas, and the second and fourth lines are supposed to rhyme. Well, that was never good enough for me. I had to make also the first and third lines rhyme. Just my style. I just got to up it a notch. Now, these aren't written as ballad songs. It's really a poem. And I got lots of them here, and I'm thumbing through them. And I will read this one. Find it. It's in here somewhere. Oh, there's some good ones in here. Maybe I'll read some more of these one night. Here we come. Bigfoot's attacks. Now, back in the day, we boys all gave each other nicknames. Mine was typically Bolo in some circles. And my friend Donald Ray Perkins, we called him Donkey. He was one of the characters in here. And we got a Mike in here, Mike Davis. Tim Jenkins. Unfortunately, Tim has passed away, the guy that we scared so bad. And there's Stephen Henson. These are all friends of mine growing up. So, here we go, guys. Are y'all ready for a poem? Ready for Woden's poetry? And here it is in cursive. Bigfoot's attacks. And I wrote this. Hang on. You see that? I wrote that. Wow. September the 26th. This is almost the anniversary of me writing this in the year 1977. How many of you were not born when I wrote this ballad? How many of you weren't even born yet? All right, be truthful. Say, I wasn't born. Here we go. Better sit down and turn this page better. Mike, Donkey, and Tim camped one night. It was time for some fun. We gave Tim Jenkins a real fright. Knew they had no gun. Well, that's important because I used to get shot at a lot doing this. Mike and Donk would help us scare him. They were to egg him on. We really got the best of him. He was scared to the bone. To help me pull my plot Stephen came carrying a dumbbell's long string. We had 2 dumbbells. We started a game. We made them sound like a horrible thing. We played a dumbbell. Let me stop. A dumbbell is a sound device. A dumbbell was historically, by tradition, made by taking a deer hide or a cow hide and stretching it over a nail keg. And then you would take a cord. You put a hole right in the diaphragm of that keg, and you would push the Gorgeous Awesome was born just. Hey, well, happy birthday, Gorgeous Awesome! A day late. Well, it's not happy birthday. Okay, it's 22nd. I get it, but for May. Yeah, you were born. You were just a baby when this was done. Okay, so you take a cord and you would push it through and tie a knot on it and pull it back. So on the outside of the nail keg, you'd have this long cord and you would wax it down and pull it, and it would vibrate as you pulled it, and have a cord on tension be vibrating as you pulled it, and it make the diaphragm vibrate. And with the nail keg, it made a loud, low frequency. Oh. But I also found a number 10 can. They had the thinnest shell metal I've ever seen on a tin can in my life. And oh my God, it was wonderful. I took wax dental floss and strapped it together. And this was a number 10 can, which is a good sized can. That thing would sound like a wildcat. Real loud. If you took an old fashioned snuff can, you make it sound like a chicken. Go, so that's what a dumbbell was. And we had 2 of these dumbbells. We had the nail keg one, and we had the Wildcat number 10 can one, okay? I've tried to make some with other cans since that just weren't as good, like a big metal coffee can. It's just hard to make them as good as these 2 we had here. I'll start it from the top again since I had to break the discussion to kind of explain that. Mike, Donkey, Tim camped one night. It was time for some fun. We gave Tim Jenkins a real fright. We knew they had no gun. Mike and Don would help us scare Tim. They were to egg him on. We really got the best of him. He was scared to the bone. All right. Mike and uh, Donald Ray were in the same cabin as Tim Jenkins. Tim Jenkins was camping out with them. Okay, his first ever camp out. Stephen Henson and I were on the outside. To help me pull my plot, Stephen came, carrying a dumbbell's long string. With 2 dumbbells, we started our game. They sounded like a horrible thing. We played our dumbbells from downhill, smashing limbs into trees. We sounded mad enough to kill. Tim said, "Boys, let's pray, please." We stomped hard around the cabin, beating hard on the walls. In Tim, bolts of fear were jabbing, dumbbells making horrid squalls. Pushing, we made the cabin rock. We spied Tim through a crack. Shaking and tense, he was in shock. We fought off a laugh attack. He was sitting, shouldering an axe, his eyes largely swelled, scared out of his wits by our attacks, as we still growled and yelled. Mike went to the door just for a joke. Stephen standing outside. Mike hit the door. The blame latch broke. Stephen took off. We flied. Tim swung his axe through the air, slicing their dog's big nose. The axe hung in the door quite fair. Mike and Donkey now froze. They told Tim what really took place. They tried to calm him down. Wild all night and red in the face, he acted like a clown. He didn't believe till the next day. We laughed about his acts and the funny things he did say about Bigfoot's attacks. Literally, I had practiced taking long stride steps and coming down hard on my feet, so it sounded like I had a stride of like several feet. You know, I'd be hopping, boom, 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 and I had practiced these real nasal, gruntal, throat, nose sounds, snortings and stuff like that. So I had these unhuman sounding snorts and grunts, and I've had practiced that for a long time. And this old cabin that they were in was like an old shed and moved to the edge of the woods, and it was a good sized building. But I discovered that whole darn thing would rock if I pushed it just right. I mean, I had the whole thing rocking, and he had this tree with a vine hanging out over the corner, and I was grabbing that vine and jerking it down on top of it, and then I'd found a flat brick, end of a cinder block. Actually, I tossed it up on top and slapped it into the wall like somebody slapping a hand up real high. And Stephen and Henson, I had both got on the door a few times prior to the latch break, and we were both on the door together, shaking them. Tim was a big fan of Bigfoot from then on. He was hooked, but he really just thought that he thought it was there and it was attacking. He was scared the wits out of him. I never seen a guy so scared looking in my life. I mean, literally, he was sitting they had a cot bed. He was sitting on the bed. His eyes, I mean, they were like that wide open. He had that axe on his shoulder and he like that. He was just scared to death. And once the door snapped up, Mike was just playing a role. He jumped back and goes, "Ah, Bigfoot!" That's when the axe flew. And that's when Tim and Donald Ray got scared. Steve and I took off, but it was their turn to be scared then because Tim was in a full-blown panic attack, and they were trying to calm him down. Anyway, it was interesting. China is infighting. Well, let's hope so. Need some worm, Greg? What happened to your website? Oh, you missed it. I took it down because I've got some issues I'm dealing with. It'll be back up. China intends to cut us downsize. Oh, yeah, they would like to, and they might. If it's going to be whoever hits first. I hate to tell you. Unless they cave in from inside first. Do we have height supremacy over China? Rocky Mountain High, maybe? I don't know. That's a tough one. No, they got the Himalayas in some places. No, I can't say we got height supremacy. Yeah, their weapons reach high and they're operating in space too. So, I don't know, guys. What'd you think about my story? Bull roar. Yeah. Oh, dumb bull. They would call him a dumb bull because it sounded like a mad bull. That was the old folks' name for those devices. Yeah. All right, Gordon, this is awesome. Oh, one more. Oh my gosh. One more. I think I got another scare story in here. I have another scare story in here somewhere about a cave. If I can find it. The cave, the cave. Where is it? So I'm thumbing through these pages. These are stories. And often they're stories about things that happened. Stories about people. People I knew, classmates. Things that happened to us or happened to them. Sometimes they're funny. One or two are whimsical, just kind of outside of all that. But I wrote a bunch of ballads when I was in high school. In fact, I sold some. I really got into. I just discovered I could do it, and I discovered I had a knack for it. And I just did a bunch of them because I discovered I could tell any story I wanted to in ballad format. Now, pardon me if I'm a little jerky reading it because I don't read. It's been a while since I read some of these. Hang on. Let me find the one on the cave fright. Find it. That would be kind of. We're talking about Halloween. Well, it's not Halloween yet. I'm already reading the Halloween stuff. Ah, here it is. Cave fright. Daniel says you could be a film special effects master. Of course, I tell the best stories. This is so special. All right, here we go. One more time, guys. I'm afraid you shortened your friend's life a bit. He was a farmer, and he got into a bunch of this pesticide stuff, and he got too much of them, and he got ate up by cancer, unfortunately. Yeah, he passed away, unfortunately. But it wasn't because of what we did. He could have made him pass away, though. I've never seen anybody that scared. Well, Granny can always replay. I'm sure Greg, anything you want. All right. Cave fright. A friend named Roger Henry. And we had this cave on the edge of something called Pierce Cave. Now, many times I've been in Pierce. I went down there and I asked him if I could go back in this cave that day, me and my buddy. He said, yeah, just don't scare anybody. Well, that's all. I never heard anybody say that before. And I didn't imagine it was going to be scaring anybody. I said, yeah, okay, sure. Unfortunately, the opportunity was just a little too rich for some of us. So here we go. Roger and I went underground to Pierce Cave's passageways for an adventure we were bound, the funniest of all days. We met some boys who were potted. They looked like good batter. To scare them, we were not allotted. To us, it didn't matter. They were high. I said potted. That's what I meant. We left those. We left those other boys behind. We went to the cave's rear. We decided to give them a line and full of fear as we came back out. We ran back to the cave, hollering, "Get out of here, man! Run!" They tore out behind us, following. The race out had begun. "Hey, man!" they said, "What did you see?" I'm not sure. I don't know. Something big and black staring at me. Out of there we did go. Let's see here. In the open, Roger and I did flop. The other boys kept running. They beat us to the hill's top, not knowing we were just funning. So, yeah, that's what happened. We went in this cave, and we met some kids in there. They were smoking dope and partying, and we went to the cave's rear, and we started to come back out, and I said, "Roger, just follow me." He didn't know what I was going to do. And I just tore out running, just like we want to get us something good. And he said, "Get out of here, man, run." And, and that's like, we didn't have time to tell him what it was, kind of a thing. Well, what was it? I don't know. Just something big and black staring at me. Boy, those guys, boom, they took out. They hauled. They got to the top of the hill before we did. By the time we got to the entry of the cave, they were already at the top of the hill. And this cave was like on the side of the hill, and we just died laughing at the entrance. They flew. Yeah, I've been known for pulling a few pranks in my young days. So, tell us more. LOL. The renting is great. Oh, the rhyming is great. Didn't shorten his life, toughened him up. There you go. No snowflakes. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Well, that's two of my funnier poems. Although some of my poems I'm poking fun at people. Sometimes I'm poking fun at myself. I've done that too. So I'll tell you what, one day I'll read some more of these in the future. I give us something to do in some of these future sessions by request. You got to say, Greg, read me a poem. I got a few in here. It won't be enough to last forever. We'll get through them all. I have other poems elsewhere somewhere. Maybe not as fun as these, though. So there you go. Here on the nights of Woden's Woken World, Wednesdays. Odin was the god of poetry, the god of agriculture. My battery's down to 15%. I better plug this phone back in. So much walking outside right now, but it is raining. It's actually raining outside right now. All right, so we've been going out for 2 hours. Snowflakes everywhere. No kidding. This country is snowing heavily. Hundreds of pilot wells beached in Australia. Oh no, I didn't hear that one. Well, sonar from these submarines really upset them. Sonar from ships upset them. If there is tectonic activity, that might upset them because they're extremely sensitive in their hearing. Whales can hear across an entire ocean other whales calling, maybe even to another ocean. I mean, they can hear. They have incredible hearing. So, but the problem when you have incredible hearing is you're incredibly sensitive to loud noises and other things, disturbances. And some disturbances may just make them think they're off path, or they just make them lose their mind. I don't know. But I think sonars do a lot of trouble with that. I really do. What's up from Huntsville, says Charles Peterson. Well, I'm in Tony, north, just 12 or 14 miles north of Huntsville. Huntsville's pretty normal. Actually, I went there shopping not too long ago for something, I think. What did I do? Of course, y'all saw when I was there a couple weekends ago at a BLM protest. It was supposed to have been a protest for, what was it, resisting Trump, and then had nothing to do with Trump. That was kind of funny. But it ended up being a BLM protest instead. And we kind of tagged along behind them. Fortunately, that was peaceful, except for the drunk that got arrested. Rain very cool. I got my phone plugged up. Hopefully it won't go dead on the way up plugged up. I hope I can. Maybe we'll walk outside for just a couple minutes and listen to rain after. But it's time for a prayer session here. I think we need to do some praying. We had our friend up in Alaska who was in here earlier who had a seizure and burst his foot. You remember that? I'm not going to see all my notes because I've been buffering in and out. Dadgummit. What was his name? The guy in Alaska who, I lost a lot of my notes because I've been buffering in and out, who was with us early on. He said he had a seizure and burned his foot on a stove. We need to pray for him. We should pray for the people of China. Let's pray that they free themselves from the tyranny before we get into a war with the CCP. If they can get rid of the CCP before we have to deal with them, we're all better off, them and us too. Summer dry breaking here. Seattle area finally. Oh, good. And getting some rain. Pray for the victims of the rioters. Okay, we can do that, Vicky. Absolutely. Maybe we should pray for the wells. Maybe the wells are off as frequency changes from Earth. Well, yeah, you can have that from the tectonic activity. See, and I mentioned earlier when the rocks get under stress, the piezoelectric effect of the crystals is it can cause some issues. Including earthquake lights. China needs to wake up to the age. Yeah, no kidding. They want a new age of a global gulag of everybody's plugged in, jacked in, and complete control, mind control robots. The hive. They're definitely the lead of the hive tech arms race. I introduced that term back when I did my video about the hive tech arms race. Maybe pole shift related. Yeah, well, the magnetic poles are moving around. I don't know. In case I don't know. I know one thing. I'll be wanting some more coffee shortly. I'm gonna have to brew some, so I'm not drinking motor oil tonight. Modern ships may be sonic warfare against aquatic life. You know, the goons that run this world, I wouldn't put it past them. Suggested in a video recently, a computer and forever, and biological life is antiquated, and then we don't need any biological life. We should just get rid of all biological life and make it a fully digital world, machine world. And I think they will live as gods forever inside a machine. That's the ultimate hive. But if you're in the hive, that kind of hive, you're not alive. We have souls. And a soul is not going to live in a machine. And you are not an algorithm. You have a soul. At the very heart of the modern digital computer is a device called an arithmetic logic unit. An arithmetic logic unit can only do one thing: correlate high and low voltages. It does it in such a way that to us it represents addition. That's all. Multiple additions is multiplication. If you can add a negative, you've done subtraction. Multiple adds of negatives are division. And through the additions and subtractions, multiplications and divisions, and the ones and zeros, and development algorithms, you create programs and all kinds of sophisticated things, including things like video games and simulations of real world. And it gets very complex once you start ratcheting it up to higher and higher levels. But at the core of it, there's just one little thing happening. And that's little ones and high and low voltages being correlated. Now you tell me how out of all that and the software and algorithm that run it together, you're going to have true sentience. It may look to the uninitiated, the person on the outside, like true sentience. It can be made to mimic someone. So you commit suicide, you upload what you think are your algorithms. So you train this computer to act and think like you would, supposedly. And to the uninitiated, it will totally mimic you. But it is not you. So if you try to upload your soul into a computer, all you've done is commit suicide. Your soul is not in that computer. It'll be a mimicker, a poor facsimile, but it is not you. You have a soul. And your soul is not going to go in that machine. Now, I don't know, some demon might try to possess one of these machines, you know. The Antichrist makes a statue that talks. We have machines that talk today. Maybe he makes one really sentient. It's interesting that in Star Wars, Anakin makes C-3PO. Darth Vader made C-3PO. Isn't that funny? Darth Vader, evil macho robot man, made C-3PO. A snowflake android. uh, all right, let's see if we had something. Let's pray for Bigfoot. I have to tell you why I started pulling Bigfoot pranks. I can tell you more stories about the Bigfoot pranks. I can tell you stories that aren't in poetry. Somebody, Daryl Sasquatch does need prayers. Okay. All right, let's see. Yeah, it's about time we end this. Vicky Savage says it's written that in the days were shortened, there'll be no flesh spared. Now I believe that. Yes, I mean, ways to wipe it all out now. Oh, all right. Kim Thomas says Greg can tell us the latest on space galactic Gregs, but I know they just busted in at serial number 7 on the Starship that Elon's building. I thought he was going to fly that one. I have to come back and double check that one. Coming together, I hope the thing will fly. It's in green run testing. The boosters have been tested. All the pieces are starting to come together, and with expectation to fly that thing next year. That'll be a big launch. And we got a little asteroid coming by tomorrow. It's 6 meters wide, probably a piece of a space junk, actually. And there's talks of us capturing a little asteroid. So there's some little going through it, doing some calculations on that. This is my calculations for figuring out some things about a Venusian habitat. Dadgummit, I'm talking stuff. So there's me calculations. There's more calculations. Doing it in my hand, manually, with a pen. Imagine that. On engineering graph paper. Old school, right? Ay, 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 ay. Please pray for people to be smart. That's a good one. Oh, Charles. Okay, let's say a prayer for Charles. He's dealing with the bug that's going around. Luke was hatched. You talking about Luke, the Skywalker? I can't well tell me. You gotta laugh. I'm glad you did. Send me a message if one lands. Granny says, "Send me message if one lands on me. I'll let you know if an asteroid lands on you. I'll send you a message. Tell you you have an asteroid on you." Okay. All right. So now you have a detector. That's good to know. Mm. Well, let's see if we can get some folks. But the social reaction to it seems to be worse. Sometimes the cure is worse than the disease. And they said this is a social disease. We think this is actually a social control disease as much as anything else. Alrighty, guys. Yeah, I'm beginning to get some real longings for some real coffee instead of that motor oil I just drank. I still got some stuff I need to do. So I did post another video for those of you that hadn't seen it. Go back and check my video, Target Taiwan and U.S. Guam. If it's too late tonight, check it tomorrow and check out my other videos. I really appreciate y'all staying with us so long. So let's go on our little prayer. Let's do that. We've been on here for over 2 hours now. So anybody got any particular prayer requests first? 300 miles off Earth on November 2nd. Well, we got one coming in at 0.1 lunar distance tomorrow. That happens to be about the orbit of the satellites in geosynchronous orbit, which is about 23,000 miles out. Now, that's about Earth's 8,000 miles diameter, so it's almost 4 Earth radii. So it's still missing us by a pretty good bit, and it's a small one. Alrighty, folks, let's do our prayer session here. Nice painting behind you. Well, that's actually a tapestry. Because I was really interested in the wilderness and living in Alaska, and I actually did manage to live in Alaska 2 years. So there you go. Thanks for our uncountable blessings. You know, no matter how bad things are, guys, we still have so many blessings you couldn't imagine it. We have enormous blessings. We tend to focus on the worst, but we still have lots of blessings. Alrighty. So let's say a little prayer. Each of you pray to your Maker as you best know how. So let's drop in a little moment of prayer. All right. You still here? Yeah. All right. Appreciate my editing. I didn't do much editing on that last video, that's for sure. Tell you what. Hey, Daniel, you still in here? If you're in here, Daniel, I know I had your phone number in the past. Please resend me your phone number. My phone's hot. Let's go out and visit Tropical Storm Beta. It's actually really chilly out here. It's probably in it's either 60 or upper 50s by now. It's been chilly here the last few days. I know my battery's probably just about shot. Hey, Daniel. All right, good. Send me your phone number. You could send it through Facebook Messenger. Or if you don't mind. Or just go back with some of the questions I was asking you. Hear the rain? It's raining. At night you'll hear rain instead of crickets. All right, I'm standing in the rain. Standing in the rain. So easy to explain. Standing in the rain. I'm wet on the head. Makes my hair turn red. It's not because I bled. I'm just wet on the head. How's that for impromptu? Yeah, we got some light rain here. I don't know if I'm hearing crickets or if it's just tinnitus. I heard a little bit of a cricket. I think my ears are ringing louder. All right. I'll take y'all outside after all, even in the rain. So guys, you're standing in Tropical Storm Beta virtually with me. Standing in Tropical Storm Beta. Maybe a tropical storm, but it's rather cool. Car coming around my drive. All right. We had to go outside just a little bit, didn't we? Oh, I'm going to go back in here. Tomorrow I will post a video on walnuts. Check out on walnut trees and walnuts. Eastern American black walnut. Right? Getnitis. Guys would get me. But, you know, hey, guys, it's always therapeutic to spend some time with you guys. Because of the topic, or is it because of the quality? I got to change phones. Computer. I did 2 live sessions from my computer. And I had some issues with them. We'll go back to it. The one that I did, at least I had a lot of views on, was the one where the lady thought a nuke plant had gone off in Pensacola. I had to come on. People were panicking. I was getting emails and phone calls and went, there's no nuclear power plant there. So I said, I better go on a video to set it straight. So the whole purpose of my video was to say there was no plant there. You'll be surprised how many people come and say, Greg, there's no plant there. I'm like, you didn't watch my video. That's exactly what my video was all about. I get tons of videos from people who just will see a title or a thumbnail. They assume what it's all about. They don't watch the video, but they will go down and leave a comment. It's like, really? You know, before you comment, you really ought to watch the video. All right, everyone. Singing in the rain. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Oops, nope, not in yet. Yeah, it's interesting. Not to preach religion, but I believe all water is God's eyes. There's something rather magical about water, indeed. You know, the people that have written nice things on a bottle of water, and the water will freeze in the coherent, patterns. And if they write bad things like hate on the label and stick it on a bottle of water, it freezes incoherently, and just all kind of things like that. It's really interesting. The water is interesting. All right, everyone. I think we need to say good night to everyone here. So, everyone, thank you so much. Hey, Loriotto, how you doing? You're saying hi. We're just going out of here now. She's met me at the farmer's market here. Her and her daughter. Hooey. Yeah, it's late. We've been on here for over 2 hours, almost 2.5 hours, and we're about to call it a night. Lord, I'm not going to be at the farmer's market Saturday. I'm not going to go back for a few weeks. I'm going to lay out for a few weeks. I got a lot of stuff I need to catch up on here. I just got to get caught up. So no more farmer's markets on Saturdays for a little while, guys. I might do another little video to kind of make up for that. But no more farmer's markets videos. I might do a Friday night video or something to kind of make up for that. Knock me swivel head, says Daniel. There you go. Mites. Alrighty, guys. Have a good one, Greg. This is North Alabama hiking. Hey, North Alabama hiking. Where you at? Definitely North Alabama. Alrighty, folks. So if you're in North Alabama, we might can catch up one day. And I love hiking. I haven't done enough lately. Rob, not you. Good night, everyone. Thank you all so very much for watching. Sleep well and have sweet dreams for all.